Alright guys, it is finally that time. We're ready to put the body kit back together and get this thing to its alignment this week. Exciting, and it's been a long time coming. So for now, we need to secure our front fenders. They're flopping around a bit. We're going to use these metal zip ties this time, nice and strong, shouldn't break on us, just to secure to the very bottom right here. I did a little bit of rust converter spray paint to cover up some rust down there. Hopefully it helps that, but while that's drying, we're going to start with the rear quarter panels. So there's kind of an order of operations to this. So we have to do the quarter panels, and then we can do the rear bumper and the side skirts. So yeah, exciting guys. Let's get this thing put back together and looking the way it should with its wide body kit. All right guys, we're back in the garage and we're getting to assembling the body kit. So we've got basically everything wrapped up. Our alignment is scheduled for this week, and now it's just time to kind of put the car together and button up the last couple of things. And one of those things is the body kit. So get one last look at it like this. So you got the huge gap that'll be covered up obviously by the over fender. You got the rear bumper on the ground, side skirts, front bumper is already on, so that looks proper. But yeah, one last look with it kind of naked. So body kit is on the ground and chilling. All right, passenger side is done. Let's move on to the other side and get that quarter panel on. From all my bondoing and our cutting and our filling, some of the threads are a little bit messed up. So I learned before we even put the over fender on, we are going to check some of the suspect holes. These holes are good, so let's get to throwing the over fender on. All right, so over fenders are on, and that is a good feeling. Definitely looks a lot better, especially because, you know, we have that large gap now. So yeah, over fenders are on. Now we could do rear bumper, just finish off the rear section, and then we can move our way forward. So then it'd be side skirts, and then secure our floppy fenders. So yeah, let's keep moving on the back here, and then we will work our way forward. All right, had to open the door to back up and admire it, just make sure it's not sagging or looking weird. But the rear bumper is on, so we got the rear bumper and then the over fender. So it looks really good after all this time to have it attached again. The gaps look about the same as they always have been, but it is secure. We added that pool noodle to support it right here in the middle a bit more, because all that was supporting it in the middle before, pretty much just these 2 zip ties. So now we got a little bit more than a couple zip ties. But yeah, she is all secured, even on the sides, and inside there, inside there. You can see the zip tie excess. So yeah, now we just move to the front. We'll cut all our tails off our zip ties. I always leave just a little bit of my tails, tiny bit, so that way if you ever have to tighten something, even though you might think it's tight now, leave a little bit of a tail so you can always come back with pliers and wrench it and tighten it if you need to in the future. So all right guys, let's keep on moving towards the front. All right, passenger side done, all completely done with the side skirt now. So yeah, side skirt, fender, all of it, front bumper obviously. Now we just have one more side to do, driver's side skirt. So yeah, we'll get this thing on and then I'll do a walk around once we have it all together. All right, so I forgot some of our attachment points in the rear are not there anymore since we redid our rear wheel wells. So basically the side skirt has nothing to attach to. It used to have some, you know, jagged factory metal where all these holes are to run some zip ties through, but we do not have that anymore. So I'm going to try what I've been doing on the other side, which is some really like industrial grade, what is this? I'm blanking. Velcro. So yeah, we'll do probably one strip there, might even do a third one in the middle, but you know, we'll leave one section of the Velcro stays attached to the over fender while the other one stays on the side skirt. And we can always just cut new ones if the adhesive gets old, but that should help, you know, rather than just this tiny little zip tie right here. We'll have 3 nice pieces of Velcro along the side skirt. So yeah, let's give that a try and see how it goes. Alright guys, the body kit is on. What a good feeling, man. It's been all winter, 5 or 6 months looking at it during the rebuild, the refresh. But yeah, she's back on, probably even more secure than ever. You know, we just did a little bit more of our Velcro, our strong industrial Velcro there. Pretty much the same on the rear, except like I told you, added that noodle to support the middle of the rear bumper. Exhaust, love it, sticks out perfect amount, gets the flames past the bumper, hence the flame sticker. But yeah, side skirts are on. I do eventually in the future want to fix the rubbing issue on the skirts. It's just because the door alignment is not perfect. Hinges are sagging a little bit, but I don't know. To do that, I mean, you got to take off the fender. It's just a whole lot more messing around, and we're in spring here, so I'm ready to get it aligned and just enjoy it a bit and not dink with some of those things. But yeah, man, it's pretty rewarding to see it back. You know, we'll get the front wheels on it next, and then we just have to eyeball align it a bit for Tuesday. So it's Sunday today. I'm hungry. I'm gonna have a little snack, and then we will get to doing our best eyeball alignment we can. That way we can get down the road on Tuesday. Hopefully everything goes well. Haven't taken it for a test drive yet, so I have no idea what clunks and noises it might make. Hopefully none, but yeah, it's been a long 5 months and very, very rewarding to get to this point. So yeah, we had our first start. Now we got the kit back on, and now it's pretty much just alignment. So if we walk over to the checklist here, you can see not a whole lot left. So reinstall body kit, and then we are gonna hopefully have someone cut and buff our paint for the weekend, or for the summer. Reinstall all the wheels, eyeball align, so we'll do that next. Pull the radiator. It's a little cold yet, so we're not gonna do that, but yeah, we can basically knock off these 3 things and then just have pulling the radiator left, and then obviously we'll have to bleed the coolant. Adjust the doors, so these small little items here, gonna knock these off because we secured our driver fender with metal zip ties, so that's nice and secure. So that's all done. So yeah, there we are. Just a few things left on the checklist, and we can get to driving and hopefully drifting and enjoying this thing. So let's hope everything goes well. Hopefully no clunks and no major problems on the first test drive for Tuesday's alignment. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll keep you posted on whatever odds and ends. If you guys want to see a little bit of eyeball alignment, I'll take you along for that. Thanks. Well, I did a pretty poor job filming for the rest of this garage session. Been an 8-hour session here, and it is Sunday and our alignment's Tuesday. So you guys would have seen the footage from earlier, the body kit, knocking out little things before we hit the road. But yeah, we have done the eyeball alignment. So we've got what seems like the perfect amount of toe adjustability in the front, fingers crossed. Our steering wheel is straight, which we always had problems with, a little bit crooked of a wheel in the past. So hopefully we can get that thing dead straight. And then our rear is set up for our rear alignment. So camber looks pretty good, toe looks okay. But yeah, I got it eyeballed. This should drive us down the road. So that's exciting. One last thing, I softened up my springs now in the rear because in the past I had no clearance under here. Now we got, I mean, I can fit my entire hand up there now, but we had no clearance, so I had to keep the suspension a bit stiffer so it wouldn't rub on that metal wheel arch area. But so we softened that up. We lowered it too, because now that we got clearance for days, I mean, we could run this wheel like sunk up into the over fender like 4 inches if we wanted to look absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, so I'm just rambling, but I'm excited because we lowered the rear about a ½ inch to get the ride height a bit more sorted. It was a little high in the rear, again, because of that rubbing on the arch. So a lot of talking to say. I'm excited. It's Sunday and we got 2 days now until the alignment. So I'll try to bring the camera with a little bit on Tuesday when we get the alignment and see how it goes. But I'm nervous a little bit for Tuesday. I mean, first time on the road in 6 months. lots of changes, so we'll see. Hopefully everything goes well. Keep your fingers crossed for me, guys. All right, guys, I have not updated the vlog in a while. Just been really kind of just enjoying having the car on the road. Got my alignment about 5 days ago now, so I've been enjoying it a bit, cruising, and figuring out a couple minor bugs like there always is. And so that brings me to our first project. After the car was on the road, now she's back in her natural state on the jack stands. But we got these GK Tech parking brake cables because my factory ones are a bit sticky. So I am under there right now. Drive shaft is back out because it was in the way. Luckily the exhaust isn't too bad as far as being in the way. But here's where we're at. So we've got one of the cables cut like this, so there's no turning back. And now we have to get these, like, I guess you'd call them pins out of this bracket. And it's proving pretty difficult under the car, so we'll see. Looks like there would be room to pull it all out and work on it on the workbench, because I don't really know how you get it to come off otherwise. But anyway, yeah, that's where we're at. So we will continue to work on getting the new cables in, and hopefully our handbrake working. So I'll update you guys along the way. All right, update. We have yanked it out of the car, the whole parking brake assembly. So the way this thing works, it's got the front half, which is this half, where your handle is, and you do have one little adjuster knob down in there. And then you've got your back half where your cables are at. And actually, these will be like this. So our struggle is we have to get the new pins seated in this old rusty bracket. So I'm gonna sit here on the workbench, use some heat, use some leverage, and hopefully we can get those pins out, because we've cut the cables. You can see the tiny little bit of cable, but they just don't want to come out, so we have to get them out. So when in doubt, drill it out. We're gonna try the old drill method. Well, I'm glad I went up in drill size pretty quick, because look at that progress. I'm about to tap it out of there. It got it all lined up with the slot on top. Oops, it's hard to see. But you see the wires are lined up with the slot now, and now we're just going to take our punch on the backside and punch it out. I'll repeat the process with the other one. have our accessible bracket. Nice. Now we gotta spread this back out because we clamped it in the vise. Nice, man. Yeah, see, I sandwiched. You gotta be able to, oops, get the focus. See the right side? We need that gap. I squished it in the vise on the left side here. Alright, now I'm going to go into the car and remove the rest of the handbrake assembly, or the handbrake cable, the old one. So basically we're going to pull these rusty old ones, and they should just look just like this, the new GK Tech ones. And voila, our old ones are out of the car. Now, the question is, were they sticky? So if I do a little bench comparison. Be hard to show on camera. Oh yeah. Definitely. Definitely a bit more gummed up and corroded. Sticky cables. So not crazy, but enough to create that slight drag that we're feeling, hopefully. All right. Well, I'm gonna test fit the new cables onto their bracket on the workbench, and then we'll toss the whole parking brake assembly and bracket back into the car. Heck yeah. They slide in there. Nice and easy. See if I can get this on camera. So yeah, look. That's how nice and easy they're supposed to be. Just like that, now it's in. But yeah, the old ones were pretty rusted and corroded, so that's why that was. But pretty good with the bracket. now we can toss her back in the vehicle. Toss her back in the car. Sweet.